Well, it's on.
It's on.
Are you on?
I'm on, Neil.
Where are you?
I am in your study with you on October the 3rd. And I would like to ask you, the first thing is,
Don't make them tough, okay? Don't make them tough. I'll have to call up for help.
on this beautiful fall day, there are still rumors that you are on your way out.
Dead?
Yeah, kaput.
So what? So what? This is a Benjamin Fulford story. Forget about this thing. Forget about it. Forget about it. If I was dead, I wouldn't be kicking him in the ass still. See, not many people know that when I was sick, and it was the same illness that I had when I was in Indonesia, by the way, with the time-relayed capsules and things, knocking into myself into walls and not being able to make it to toilets and oh man, so many different same things. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I'll tell you. I drank a lot of water, lost about 20 pounds, or how much weight did I lose? 20 pounds in 22 days.
Yeah, it's not a highly recommended diet, is it?
Oh, it was no diet at all. I didn't even look at the food. I mean, didn't have anything to eat for 20 some days and lost 20 some pounds and was weak
How are you feeling now?
with my hands. How do you feel?
Generally with my hands as well.
Okay, I mean, if you feel the same way, then what the hell are you asking me for? Okay, I feel. See, I'm in my office now. I can put my feet up and nobody can say anything. Uh, the energy came back. I was sick for a while. Actually, I didn't think I was going to get out of this either. I didn't even think about it. I just close my eyes and go to sleep and drink a lot of water. I drank a lot of water. So, I mean,
Did you get a lot of help, or would you like to talk about anything that aided
well, I
you?
don't know how people here could help me. I mean, geez, when you think about it, they have no idea what the hell's going on any more than anybody else does in regards to something like this. I mean, they look at it and they say, "Oh, it'll go away in a day or two," and it doesn't go away in a day or two. That's why you don't go there,
Yeah.
because you've already heard the story, the same old story, you know,
Yeah.
and you come back and you put your head under the blankets like an animal, and you hit the corner, and whenever anybody comes in, you lift the blanket up a little bit just to see who it is, and make sure that they're not gonna eat you or something.
I remember that because I would come in and check for a pulse and make sure you were still above the earth, and even giving you blood pressure tests, monitoring things. Was there medication or anything that you were able to obtain that helped you?
Rakia, Bulgarian rakia. It was wonderful. They put me to sleep, knocked me out. I'd wake up 6 days later. No, just joking. Rakia is like grappa, but maybe even stronger than grappa. And I didn't touch it. I didn't go near it. I had water for 20 days and 24 days and no food and slept through it all. Slept through it all. It reminded me of the situation on the way out of Indonesia when I was on my way back here. When I had the time release capsules. Well, these were time release capsules too. And yes, they're still trying to get me, but I'm still here. I'm still here. And I'll be here. And I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish what I started. I don't start things and not finish them. We're going to win. We're going to be the winners, people. Okay, I got to make plans to get the financing in place and everything else, but everything else is done. Pretty well done. So we could be leaving as early as the end of this week if everything goes right. If everything goes right. And by the way, did it hurt? Someone asked me, did it hurt? What? Did what hurt? What hurt was when I got the door closed on my hand, on my finger. This stuff you don't even know it's there. You don't even know it's there. You just don't. It's you bounce off walls and you think you're in a bowling alley for some reason, and that's basically it. Either you're gonna wake up or you're not. I had some angels in my case. I had a couple of angels come out of nowhere, and I hope they stay around for a long time because they're really good people and good at what they do. They're pharmacists. You see, I had gone to 6 or 7 pharmacies. I know, 6 or 7 pharmacies. That'll be in the preface. I said there'll be 6 or 7 pharmacies that I had been into, and I couldn't find in. Oh, the name. That's why you gave that to me. Ivermectin.
Yes.
Ivermectin is what we were looking for, and we saw. First of all, Russ is the one who connected with that, and it really highly recommended if you could find it. And they made it here in Bulgaria. It said when you looked it up, but couldn't find it. Went to 7 different pharmacies, nothing. I suggest we all take ivermectin. To be honest with you, it's that good. And went to 6 or 7 pharmacies. I couldn't get anything. And at the 7th one, on the way back to the hotel, we stopped, and I went in and I asked this. I asked this pharmacist. She was right on top of the ball, really, and she wanted to help me. And she said, "I don't think we have any." And I said, "When will you get it?" I have that. I have no idea. And I said, "Thank you," and I get ready to leave. That place was bustling. It was a small place, and everybody was moving, and everybody was working, and everybody was helping people. They were all busy. And it's just, I haven't seen a pharmacy like that yet. Usually you go in and you walk around, and nobody comes up to you and says, "Can I help you?" And if they do, most of the time you don't want them to help you. You want to look around. But that's because it's more than a pharmacy, if that's the case.
Right.
It's like a CVS or something. But they don't have that here. So, I mean, they were all running around and doing things. It was busy. Including with the pharmacist who came over to me and asked me if she could help me. She told me it wasn't there, it wasn't on their database. And I said thank you, and I walked out. Started walking out anyway because all I heard was, "Sir, sir." And I turned around and I said, "Yeah, did I forget something?" She says, "I found your box for you." Matter of fact, there it is in Bulgarian. This here, I understood, take 1 a day for 5 days and say bye-bye to whatever it is you got, pretty much, including your coronavirus and everything else. You hear my voice back, don't you? That's because of this. So, I mean, yeah, the pharmacist and one other, another sweetheart, another angel came out of nowhere, and she found my box for me. This box right here. I'll put it there for a second. That there is the answer to your problem. Okay?
Did you give them any feedback about how
I'll
successful
get
it was?
I'll get to that
Okay.
because I'm still going through the story here. And I ordered 5 packages if I could get them after buying this one here, and they weren't sure. They tried. Next day I walked in, and they were there. So I picked up the 5 too, and I had already started feeling better. And I didn't want to tell anybody anything because when you do that, you get some bad luck, and you go back under that blanket, and you think you're in the elephant graveyard. You know, I mean, you just don't want to do it. so I didn't. But I bought the next time, I felt much better. 3 days, 3 pills, I felt really good. I bought a pizza with me when I walked in there, and gave it to them as a thank you, because they really went out of their way to do this for me, and they didn't know me. They don't know me, so I mean, maybe they read about me on the internet or something. But in this matter, it was, let us help you. I checked the place out after a while, and it emanates, I believe, from Russia, and I do know that if you're looking for something in Russia, you get your help. And if I needed something in Russia, I could call friends of mine to get them.
Right.
I know a lot of people there. So, what's your next question?
So you gave him some feedback, and they're happy that you're alive and well, and
I thanked them.
Yeah.
I thanked them a second time with a couple of pieces. A couple of pizzas. I hadn't felt that good in a long time, and geez, I thank people for much less, much less, and here I am walking around when I couldn't get out of bed. You know, I mean, I stayed off the computer. I stayed off everything, off the internet, because I did not want to find myself flat on my face near my armoire or something over here.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want it to happen. So I was cautious. They went looking for everything for me, even though they didn't think they had it. And they saved my life. There's no question in my mind. The two young ladies in this pharmacy saved my life.
That's fantastic.
And I'm glad. And I think they got hell for it too, though. You know, you can't deal with Neil Keenan and just get a thank you. You got to get some hell too. So I mean, they had I guess the manager of the store. I could call it. What do they call her? They call her big boss. I went in with something else for them this time. I was bringing them something to eat because it was lunchtime or dinner time, and I don't know if they've eaten, but this was my best way of saying thank you at that time, and I brought in food to help them out. If they're hungry, there was pizza. If they're hungry, there'd be something else, and the food is right around the corner, so it was easy to get. And I was walking in, I bumped into Big Boss. Yeah, you can imagine how big she is. About 5'3", 170.
That's
And she wanted that. I'm being kind, okay. And she tried to put the pressure on me about bringing something to the people working there, and they can take it home if they want. I don't care. Where's the pressure? Maybe the pressure is Big Boss wasn't gonna get any. I don't know. But the bottom line is that the people in that store, in that pharmacy, who tried to help me, they deserve not only pizzas, they deserve to go to Indonesia and become my two people that could take care of me if anything happened. And in the meanwhile, if it didn't happen, there's always the beach. And the pay would be good. Very good. But what I did do is I contacted Russia, and I let Russia know what happened here in Bulgaria with one of their franchises.
right.
They didn't like it because they know who I know, and they don't want that to get out. So I'm not going to get it out. I'm just going to tell you here that the girls in this pharmacy, no, I didn't see any guys. I just saw the girls. I couldn't see anyway. I was sick. They were great. Next question.
So on a parallel level, does this recovery strengthen your opinion that the medical community is not focused on curing people and has its own agenda, and that you're better off to seek other alternatives?
I never seek the doctor. I never seek the clinics or anything. Only one time for that bump on my arm, the Benjamin kept saying was this or was that, No, and this year had to come off.
Right.
It had to come off, and I got it off. But you saw it in another video that I sent, I put up here, and that doctor is again a doctor who does what he has to do, and he is my doctor. He pulled something out though that it had legs on it, or roots, and just kept pulling, and he got it all in. Look, this is what it looks like now. It's an entirely different arm,
Right.
with without the bump, but the right there, that's right there. You can't see it.
Yep.
So it's done, Benjamin. Now that I don't have the bump, okay, what are you gonna say? He had them take out the bump and make his arm clean again? Yeah, I did. I did. What did you say last time? With the bump, I was dead. How dead was I? On a scale of 10. I gave you shit every day, Benjamin. Come on. Anyway, getting back to it, the thank you to the young ladies had to come. Had to come, because here I am sitting up at a table having dinner or some or soups or something, and I'm thinking that you know, I got to send something to those girls. They just they went out of their way. I went in again, and I had to wonder if they eat during the course of the day, and I would like the company's name. I'd like for them, before they get messages from me. What's that name?
Antica 36.6 degree.
Antica 36.6 is the Bulgarian, I think.
Yeah.
Well, how about
It's the
Russia?
same.
How about Russia?
It's the same name.
Same as for Russia.
Yeah.
Okay. What's this General
That's their address.
Gorky Park?
That's the address of the.
Find a Gorky Park. I used to like that song. Huh? Russian-based company. Yes. And I left a message for them also, telling them they got a couple of wonderful girls working at this company here in Plovdiv, and that they saved my life. I got a message back from Russia. My Russian friend Tamarida made contact with this company. I guess it was this company or their superiors, and they said that of course they can accept donations, or not even donations, but they can accept gifts for doing the right thing for people, the things that others can't do.
Which seems to fit with the Russian mentality about this whole pandemic propaganda, doesn't it? That
Yeah,
they-
it really does, because the Russians don't worry about it whatsoever. They don't worry about it because the damn thing really doesn't exist.
Right.
You know, their job is to kill us, not the Russians, but the cabal. And the cabal, as I've said it many times, they're not Zionists, but they are that too. I guess you could call them that. But they're Khazars. They're horrible. They're horrible people that we took from, let's just say, Germany after the war.
Right.
The Germans rushed back to Berlin. We rushed there too. And we wanted their chemists and their this and their that because they were better than ours. And now they run our country. Now they run our government, they run the people, they run most manufacturing operations that you see. And if you want to be a lawyer, you got to pass the bar. That's in the City of London. You don't pass it in the United States. You go to the City of London to get your license.
Right.
People don't even know that. I mean, but you're a lawyer. Maybe you can practice law in London. I don't see how a London Bar Association license applies to working within the United States, other than the fact that maybe you control the United States too.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Ooh, that would be a conspiracy theory, wouldn't it?
Well, all you have to do is look at the Constitution, I think, right?
Yeah.
And you see stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
And I mean, that was a conspiracy theory, the Constitution.
Yeah.
Jesus, to think like that after just kicking the shit out of a bunch of rednecks. Huh?
Mhm.
That would be real, because I'd put my foot up their asses, and they'd have red faces. Screw them. They're coming into our country. We're not going into theirs. And it's time for them to go home, people. And yes, I am getting better. Can't you tell?
So are other governments waking up?
It depends upon who you work for. You know, many of them are working for the cabal,
Yes.
like Australia. I've had fights with Australia in the past. I had one guy who was the president, who was an ex-boxer. He was telling me how tough he is, and telling the newspapers in Australia how tough he is. And it got back to me, and it was related to me, and I had to answer this. And I said, that little guy, tough? That little guy was a little guy. You know, what do you do with little guys? The ones that can't fight, you step on them. And I told him that. He didn't say too much. I would have kicked his backside up and down the other side of Australia, because the good side of Australia was just too good for him. He was the one that opened the doors to what's happening now in Australia. The boxer, the so-called boxer, he did this to you. And you had it right the first time. Don't let them in. Don't let them go back out. Get them, toss them out. You're going to end up another 8 months, 10 months enclosed in your home or some other place. You don't want to do that.
Well, it's evident that because they banned the use of ivermectin.
You don't want that. And the same thing's going on in it's the other place. That was one. Oh, New Zealand.
New Zealand. They've taken it off the shelves.
The
Ivermectin.
Yeah, well, we didn't talk about that for them. That's all that Australia needs. All you need, people. Ivermectin. That's it. You saw the package that I put up. And the same goes for New Zealand. Richard Montgomery. And don't pee your pants because I mentioned your name. Okay? Go get some of this at the pharmacy. They should have it in New Zealand. And get some for your mom and dad and your family, just in case everything goes kablooey over there. And yeah, I'm okay.
Well, that's fantastic, and I can tell that you are on the mend because you're full of fire and brimstone. So
No, you're wrong. I'm full of piss and vinegar.
I wasn't going to say that.
I'm Irish. I don't know about that brimstone stuff. I have to get into the bunker to get to the brimstone. We're gonna get into the bunker. I am gonna get there. I will get it done, and then I will take everything out, put their names on paper, do this, do that, and figure out who's who and what they've done to get this thing over the border with me.
That's absolutely fantastic news, and thanks for your time today. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm sure everybody that's watching this appreciates hearing from you.
Well, they should, because I'm really taking my time, and I should be singing. I have singing lessons, Na 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 na. That's all, folks. Just joking. I miss you all, and I'm sure a lot of you say, "What? Singing lessons, Keenan?"
What do you do with your money?
I don't need singing lessons. The Irish can sing. We're good at it. So, wishing you well. This is going to be the first of a few that are coming your way. And this is more in relation to the young ladies in the pharmacy that came out of nowhere and helped me out. Gave me a hand. I'm afraid to touch anybody's hand nowadays with all the things going on, but they gave me 2 hands. I listened to them, and I don't listen to many people, but I'm so happy that those girls were there. As for Big Mama, Chunky Monkey Chunky, whatever her name is, what's her name?
Chunky Monkey.
Chunky Monkey or Big Mama? Big Mama.
Oh,
No,
Big Boss.
Big Boss.
Big
Boss.
Emphasis on big.
I mean, I should have brought her back 4 or 5 McDonald's. Maybe she'd be
Maybe
happy.
that's what the problem.
She would have been happy, huh?
Maybe that's what the problem was. You didn't bring her any.
She asked for it.
No. You didn't bring her any junk food.
I thought he said she asked for the big McDonald's, the big Macs and things, and man, that would have been something else. I would have said I missed it. No wonder why she's mad at me. Jesus, I have to go get Ronald McDonald for someone. Anyway, I know you're all worried. I just gave you some good information on ivermectin, and Russ knows what he's doing too. He'll be coming with me to. Once I get the financing, he'll be coming with me to Indonesia. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. What else?
That's it, bud.
You mean it's over?
It's all over.
Can I make that sound again? Da na 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 na.
Absolutely.
I can? I don't want to. Now that I can do it, I don't want to. Anyway, people, don't worry about it. If you're stuck in the house in Australia or someplace, do your best. See if you can get some of that medicine, the medicine I'm talking to you about, because it would be good. It would help you. The kid help the children, help you, the husband, the grandmas, the family, and friends. Gather up their money and go into the pharmacy and pick up all you can. Be a great move for you in relation to your home, whether it be the neighborhood or your family. What happened to the Boston Red Sox? They won. What else do you want to know? I can't tell you anymore. I'm not laying in bed like I used to, just listening to noise. I listen now to scores. I'm going to be there soon, and when I am, it's going to be over with. It has to be. Everything's open, waiting for me. So, I get some things to do that require doing things I don't like to do. Ask. I don't like to ask. So, I'll let you go, and you take care, and I'll be back shortly. See that little plane with the timer on it in the back behind me? That's the plane I'm on. I'll be on the wings. Me and Snoopy. We gotta get those. We gotta go get those bad guys. Snoopy was on the on the wing after the bad guys. Remember? I'll be the other wing. I'll be the wingman. Take care. Enjoy, Nancy. Thank you. Everybody be good on my team. Everybody. Nobody can do anything without me, which I've told you, which you know. And that's the way I'm leaving it. You can't decide for yourself, and then people start calling me and telling me something different. Let's just get it where it has to be. Otherwise, bum 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 bum. That's right. Bum 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 bum. You're all making that noise now. I can't get over it. Okay. Enjoy. Okay. Thank you. I got to thank my angels. Angels, thank you for doing this to me. You're wonderful. The store is good. That store, and now I'm getting away from the management a little bit here. Those people in the store who work there in the store, you don't need any management. They bust their chops. You can't even find them. They're working so hard. What'd you think when you saw them?
I've never seen anything like it.
My mother used to use the word busy bee.
Yeah.
You're like a busy bee. I was like a busy bee.
Well, it was the level of service, the professionalism, but also the fact that they cared about whether you were getting well.
You know, that's what still doesn't confuse me, because the pharmacist, the tall one. I mean, she really looked concerned. She didn't want me sick, and she was great. And the shorter one, she got everything I needed fast, just in case I needed it. Damn, I'd love to have the both of them working for me.
Isn't it like a breath of fresh air that people actually really truly care, not just about selling product, but that the client is.
Yeah, because it was easy enough to say, take this, Mr. Keenan, take this over here because this will work.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
No.
He didn't do that. Hell, I bet you if they weren't working, they'd say, get in the car, we're taking you home.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, without even thinking about, we have a car outside.
Which
They would just think, you got to go home. Let's go.
is fantastic.
You know, it's
Keenan's Angels.
huh?
Keenan's Angels.
Keenan's ain't well. It's better than Charlie's Angels because they'll all end up in jail. Anyway, thank you, girls, again. Thank you to the store, the pharmacist, and everyone else, and for Big Mama, or Mama Baba, or Baba Mama, whatever they call her. You really don't belong in a store like that, a people store. You're not a people person. As for everybody else, pizzas are on their way. Take care, guys, and enjoy. Now, I'm not talking about to you, James and Ireland. Pizzas are on the way. You got good pizza where you are. You know, you run around like pizza, 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 pizza all the time. He said he didn't. You do. Pizza, 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 pizza. Give me a pizza, pizza. Anyway, this is over with because I'll get foolish, and I got more. I have more to do, and really, I just want to thank you all, and even my team who helped me through this. You guys were great. Couldn't find me underneath the blanket because there's an elephant blanket, but damn it, you tried, didn't you? I mean, one end you're screaming up, "Hey, Neil, are you in there?" And the other end saying, "No, he's not here. I tried over here too." Only to find out that I'm having ice cream somewhere. Goodbye, people. Enjoy. I really have to put this together by the beginning of the week. Otherwise, I can't tell you. I wouldn't even dare tell you. Bye for now. Kevin's here, by the way. Anything more, Kevin?
No, just thank you to those fantastic people at that pharmacy. They have no idea that they didn't. They just have no idea how important it was that they had the product and that they knew the seriousness and appreciated what it did for you.
Talk louder. You have to talk louder.
Thank you to those wonderful angels at the pharmacy in Plovdiv. You have no idea how impactful your service and concern and care for Neil's well-being, how important it was.
Don't worry, I'll clean your wings. I'll be like what an automotive shop, you know, cleaning everything. Anyway, thank you, girls. Thank you, everybody. Baba Mama or Big Mama, goodbye. And the New England Patriots are looking for a lineman. Bye-bye, everybody. And thank you so much for everything. Bye-bye.